guys. I wanted to ask you, have any of you had this problem? You know, I know what, agoraphobia, what it is, like fear of the marketplace or open spaces. People have told me, like, agoraphobia is like you're afraid to go out of your house. And if you're away from your house, it kind of pulls you back. You're afraid. I remember in the 90s growing up, I was in my 25 to 30. I'd spent a few weeks at home without actually going out. And then when I actually went out, I felt so self-conscious. Like, people were looking at me. I felt really, as I said, self-conscious. And that's because, I didn't go out for a long time, a few weeks. Yeah, I just felt really, really strange. And I thought, is it something like that? But no, that's not it, because I think agoraphobia is the fear of open spaces, like wide open spaces. I'm not sure. But anyway, what I get is, like, we live in the countryside here, and sometimes at night time I have to go out of the house and go to the pool room, or I have to fix something. So when I close the door and I look up into the sky, there's like 1 billion stars there. And that's what I'm afraid of. It seems as though if I have to walk up the driveway to the gate to throw away the rubbish in the dustbin, I have to put a cap on, because the cap has got this area here, so you don't look up. Or I have to put, like a hoodie on, like the winter coat, so I don't look up. If I take it off and I look up, I feel scared. It's a funny kind of scared. It's like I'm awestruck. It's so massive. There's millions of bloody stars out there. And when you look up, and especially if there's no light anywhere and the house is really far away, you feel like you're on a planet. You could be on any planet, on another planet. You're a person standing there and like billions of stars everywhere. And it just feels like so awesome, but it feels scary. It's like as if I'm going to like float and just be sucked into into space. I know it's not going to happen, but yeah, that's frightening, really frightening. Like, because you're at home, in the evening, you've got lights on, the computer's on, maybe playing a game, or maybe you're on YouTube or talking to someone, an email. Then you have to close the door and come outside to get something in the shed, and it's pitch black. You've got billions of stars there, and you look up and you think, wow, I realize I'm on a planet here, and there's millions and millions and millions of stars there. Because where we live, you get a clear sky and you see all of them. You see shooting stars and everything. Yeah, so is that agoraphobia, fear of open spaces? Or is that spaceophobia? Is there such a word? Maybe, I'll have to check it out. But yeah, do you guys feel afraid when you walk out, walking out into the darkness, and you see like millions of stars, there's no lights anywhere, and you feel like you're in space, or you could be sucked into space? Maybe I just have that fear. It's a real fear. It's like I have anxiety when I have to do that. And not recently, but in the past, when I had to walk to Wyndham, the local village, I walked and I thought, oh, this is easy. And then I had to cross a flyover, and I was walking on. And then as soon as I got to the flyover, and I looked, and there was like cars coming this way, cars coming the other way, and I was so high up, I couldn't do it. So I've got problem with, was it heightophobia or agoraphobia? Anyway, it's fear of heights. Yeah. So basically, what happened was I was stuck. I was holding on to the railings, going like this and closing my eyes, try to walk past. If I open my eyes, I think that the bridge is gonna fucking fall down. I don't know. It's in my mind. I was saying, this is not going to happen. The bloody bridge has been there for bloody, I don't know, 50 years or whatever. It's concrete. It's not going to fall. Logic doesn't work. I see those cars coming and see those cars coming the other way, and just froze. Like, the only thing I could do is hold on, close my eyes, and just walk slowly. But I can hear the cars and everything. There was a bloke who came by with a bike, and I just made that. I was just looking. And then I saw two ladies, and I thought, yeah, I don't feel so embarrassed. I'll ask them. I said, sorry, I've got a fear of heights. Can you please help me? Can you hold my hand? And then we linked arms. It was her and her daughter, and I walked slowly. I was holding on till I got to the end, and then I said, thank you very much. It was embarrassing, but they helped me over. And then they left, and I thought, how the fuck am I going to walk back? I went there to see my dad. How the hell am I going to go back? So on the way back, I said, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to fucking run across. And I thought, yeah, if I run across, I might fall over and trip over. And so let me just do this calmly. I'm just going to walk. I thought, let me walk. Let me not look this way or that way. I walked across the thing, and I stopped in the middle. I said, no, I'm not going to let it beat me. I'm going to stand here, hold on to the bars and look at those cars going by. Why is it your knees kind of feel funny? And you're like the pee-pee area, and that's where fear comes from. That's why when people pee themselves or poo themselves, because that fear comes from the kidney and all that area, the bladder. Bloody hell, that was horrible. So I decided, I can do it. And I ran across almost 3/4 of the way where it's safe. And then I looked. I had that triumphant look, and I said, I beat you. But I knew that I didn't. Well, I did, so I walked back home. Yeah, surprising how many bloody fears I have. Big black spiders, bloody hell. I'm afraid of those as well. Those wolf spiders that run around on the floor really fast and they're big, black and hairy. It's not because they're black, it's because it just looks like, I don't know, they look weird. There's so many legs, so many eyes. Well, you don't see the eyes, and running fast. Usually near your leg somewhere, or up on the bloody ceiling. Ugh. Usually you don't get them on the ceiling though. You got those skinny, lanky ones on the ceiling. I'm not scared of those. Those are my fears. I mean, other fears are like I've got like health phobia. Health phobia? No, health anxiety. Fear of death. I used to have fear of HIV. I suppose I still have. If I meet a lady, I would need her to show me her HIV status after 3 months of being with her, because HIV can incubate for a long time and you don't know. So I've spoken to some women about that, and they say, yeah, why not? Yeah, that's a good thing. You should ask. Is this important for your health and her health? Yeah, we all fear having bad health, like dementia, cancer, things like that. Fucking hell, those are terrible. And also cancer phobia. I have cancer phobia, and I had to confront it with my mum, going through chemo and stuff. All these fears, I don't know where they come from. It's just like part of my makeup, I suppose. It's not as if I've gone to a therapist and tried to find out where do these fears come from. Maybe some traumatic event. I've never found out where they come from. Maybe it's just I have a predisposition to have depression and anxiety. And isn't it normal to be depressed and anxious about those things? I mean, when I found out that I was adopted when I was 28, during that period, there were people, who had cancer and passed away. So I linked maybe my own kind of symbolically my death, as in, I wasn't anymore Gerald Fury. I was this other bloke that was written down on this piece of paper, on my adoption papers. And so, in symbolically, I died, my parents died, everything about me died, my whole, what's it called? Identity, an identity crisis or crisis of identity. I died, everything died. And I was linking it to people who actually did die, friends of my parents. Friends of my parents, mom and dad. And I started to have a fear of cancer, a really serious fear. I had to keep going to the doctor and having them tell me I'm okay, I'm not gonna die and stuff like that. And finally I was put on antidepressants, and that calmed me down. Yeah, well, anyway, what fears do you guys have? Do you have a spider phobia? Do you guys have that phobia of the stars? That's a weird one, isn't it? It's like I walk and I feel I'm gonna be sucked into it, sucked into space. It's like it's so awesome. It's so huge. I don't know. Yeah. So if you guys have any of those kind of fears, let me know down below, and I won't answer. So, like, dislike, share, subscribe, and put that notification button on, please. And yeah, let me know your thoughts. Have you guys got any weird fears, really strange ones? Not being able to touch wooden surfaces or something like that, or I don't know, something strange like you not being able to touch plastic, or like having a fear of the color blue or something like that. I don't know. Might be some strange fears. Anyway, my son's home, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care of each other. Love yourself, of course. Be healthy. And see you guys in the next video. Bye.
What started as a phase has become a growing trend. I guess what I can follow is my self-delusion. Cut me a piece, just a piece of that pie. Don't matter what, I am missing the high.